Hello and welcome to today's lesson on the mindset section of our course. Today we are going to talk about focus and awareness and how you can increase your focus, increase your awareness to ensure that you have a productive workforce and you're productive yourself, and that you make the most out of the time that you have within the business to make sure that you make some money. And focus and awareness is paramount when you're talking about business and when you're talking about scaling your business even further. And so for those that don't know me, my name is Christopher Clowes. I am an award-winning author, commercial director of the UK's only risk-free digital marketing agency, accredited by Google as a marketer, and I am a keynote speaker in business marketing and, of course, mindset. And I have helped one-to-one, I've helped over 1,400 small to medium-sized businesses increase their growth through marketing, sales, finance, and mindset training. And obviously online, 1,000 more as well. There's a snippet of some of my previous clients here, the bigger clients that we've worked with, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of the brands there that you kind of recognize. Now, as always, if you want to get in touch with me personally, there's the best email address. It's team@hcmediagroup.co.uk. That's team@hcmediagroup.co.uk. And ask me any questions, put my name in the subject line. The team will forward that straight to me. Feel free to get in contact about absolutely anything. If you want some mindset training, or if you want some help, some coaching, or if you're looking to hire a marketing agency or something like that, please do feel free to get in contact. We are here to help. But today we're on about focus and awareness. So we're going to start with the content on that. So I guess that the reason that you're paying attention to this is sometimes you find it hard to stay focused and on track when you are at work, and everybody does. You know, it's one of those things that you can always have things that get in the way. Me earlier, just before this, I wasn't being productive. I wasn't focused. So I said, you know what? I need to get out. I need to get out of the room. I need to go for a walk. So I just went for a 2-mile walk, got back, and I'm more focused and I'm more on track. So, this happens to everybody. So these are the top tips that I find to stay focused. Now, we've grown a business from kind of 0 to 1 million in a £1 million valuation very, very quickly in about a year's time. So we have had to nail this and make sure that we're focused and on track all the time. So here's kind of the top tips. So it's important to build a strong team around you, keep an eye on the prize, be productive with your time, and manage your workload very, very easily. So building a strong team around you. So what does that mean? Well, it means the team around you and also the people that you share relationships with, and your friends and your family and things like that. It needs to be a strong team. So here's a few things that we need to do. Now, hiring the right person is essential. Okay, so we've recently at HC Media Group, we've recently gone through a hiring process, and there was a number of strong candidates that were there, some stronger than others on the actual workload, and we were left with 2 people. Okay, so we've gone through the whole process and was left with 2 people. One of those was absolutely brilliant at the job. She had done the job before. She had a lot of experience. She had a lot of knowledge. She had clients she could bring into the team. She had the whole kind of work ethic around her. Then we had somebody else that didn't have that experience, but she had the upbeat, the go-getness, the inspiration, the want and the need, and just felt like that she matched the team persona and things like that. We hired the person without the experience. because we just felt that it was a better mold for the office. And she's absolutely brilliant. We, 3 months in, we've definitely made the right decision, because Izzy is incredible at what she does. She doesn't moan, she just gets on with the work, and she's focused. And when we feel down, and everybody does, she's a laugh. She has a bit of banter, and she'll wind you up, and she'll pick you back up, and she'll make you laugh, and she'll get you back focused. And that is kind of what we wanted to to get. Now, we hired people that will inspire our ideas. So as a business owner, you're the person with the ideas, you're the person that wants to lead, you want your ideas to come to fruition. Now, sometimes hiring people that kind of know it all, they have their own ideas and they battle against yours. That means that you're not going to be productive, because you're not going to be able to get the most out of those ideas. So you need to build the team around you, whether it is your family. You need to sell your ideas to them. You need to make sure that they are pulling along with you, and also your workforce team. You need to make sure that you're all pulling in the same direction. They need to fully understand your goals. Okay, so what I'm saying here is you need to have your team focused on one, good persona. Make sure that they're nice to work with and they'll pick you up, and it creates a happy workforce. And two, that you are pulling all in the same direction. Now, you think of a tug of war. If you're all pulling in one direction, it's so much easier to win that game. Now, if you've got everybody on one side and some people are pulling towards you and some people are helping the other team pulling that way, you're not going to win. So you want everybody to be pulling in the same direction as yourself, and for them to be able to do that, they need to know what direction you are going in. Now, we need to also build a strong work community and a positive atmosphere that will encourage people to work that bit harder. Now, we try and do that quite a lot within HC Media Group. I have personally worked with businesses before where the owners, if you're 2 minutes late, will scream at you and shout and say, "Why are you late?" Blah, blah, blah. They don't know that last night that you worked for 2 hours extra to try and get some work done. And that is why you're late, because you overslept slightly, because you worked late into the night. And they don't kind of realise that. And after a while you go, well, I'm not going to do that extra work if I'm going to get shouted at. So you need to build that community, be a good boss, be easy to, to come to, and have a positive atmosphere around you. And by doing that, building a strong team. If you need a favour, you can ask them, "Excuse me, can you just do this favour for me? I know it's out of your work line, but I need you to do this because it's really important to the business." They know that it's going to help to the business goals, because they know the business. They know what direction you're going in, and they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll go out of their way to help you, because they know they're all pulling in one direction. Now, this is a saying that I absolutely love. So this is from Richard Branson. And to be honest, I really, really try and take this on and treat my, have this as my staff ethos in a way. Sadly, he doesn't anymore with the news that have come out, but, we try and do this. So train them well enough so they can leave. Treat them well enough so they don't want to. Okay, let's repeat this. Train your staff and your team well enough that if they wanted to leave, that they could, and they would get a better job. Treat them well enough that they don't want that other job. Okay, this means that you're going to have a very, very highly trained workforce that will do anything for you. Now, the reason people leave companies is usually because they're not being trained, or they're being asked to do too much, or they're not in a positive atmosphere. Okay, so what we're trying to say to you here through the slide before and this, create a positive atmosphere and train people and treat them No, properly. Now, by doing this, you're going to have a focused mindset within the business of success, because everybody's happy. Everybody wants to come to work. Everybody wants to see their colleagues, and they want to see success in the business, and they want to move it forward. So you then get to get a focused group that are only out for one thing, and that one thing is the success of your company. Let's repeat that. The only thing that they're going to be concerned of is the success of your company. And to get that, you need to have a focused, well-managed and positive team. And you can get that through training them correctly and treating them correctly and making sure that they know what direction they're going in. Now, the second part here is keep your eyes on the prize. Now, it's okay for you to have this big, this big idea of in 5 years' time, I want to be here, I want to be there, I want to be able to do this. But your staff haven't got that long-term vision. So what you need to do is you need to limit that and bring that down to, say, monthly targets, weekly targets, or daily targets. Now, if you're taking our sales course, which is available, I don't know if you're doing the big course or the individuals, we have got a sales element. Now, if you're doing that, we teach you how to set KPI targets and kind of really drill down and focus, on that. But in a nutshell, you need to drill down to your monthly targets and you need to see them being achieved. So keep your eye on the prize. Make sure people know what the targets are, what they've got to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Set KPIs and celebrate those KPIs. If someone does something that's really good, celebrate it. Show that you're thankful for that work. Here at HC Media Group, when we're not in lockdown because of coronavirus, every single Friday we stop work early and we take our staff to the pub. Just one drink on us. Thank you so much for your hard work this week. This is what we've accomplished. This is what we've done. Absolutely superb work. Thank you very much. Go home and enjoy your weekend. Then on the Monday, of course, they're going to come back in. They're focused and they want that prize again at the end of the week. They want that drink because we have a good laugh. And they want to, have that reward. So during the week that they are focused. But we lay out the plan at the beginning of the week so they know what to achieve. So keep your eye on the prize. Now, be productive with your time. Now, this is the most simple thing, and I tell you what, it really, really, people struggle with it. People really do struggle with being productive with your time. As you can imagine, some people turn up to work and they're just there and they just clock watching all the time, and then they're making sure that, it's nearly 1 o'clock, nearly lunchtime, it's nearly 5 o'clock, I'm going home. They're just there to clock up the hours. They're not there to be productive. First thing, get rid of those people if they're in your business. Now, if you want to increase your production, then there's a couple of things here that will really help. First is track and limit your times. Okay, so write down. My business coach got me to do this, and it just really, really did make me alert to what I was doing. So have your diary out with you, and when you are just about to start work, write down what you're doing and write down how long that takes you. If you're going to get up for a wee, if you're making a cup of tea, if you're going outside for a cigarette, whatever it is, write down the job or the thing that you're just about to do at the beginning and at the end, and put a time against it. Do this for a week, okay? Everything that you do, absolutely everything you do, just do that for a week. And what you'll start to see is you'll start to see a pattern of things that you have been doing that are not productive. Now, you can calculate that time. It could be 2 hours a day. It could be 3 hours a day. The worst I've seen was 4.5 hours a day of wastage time. Now, can you imagine having an extra 4.5 hours every single day to be more productive? How much more would you get done? Pretty sure you'd get quite a lot done. So track your times and see what wastage you have, and then, you know, even if it's just popping on Facebook for 10 minutes, write that down. How long have you spent? And calculate that over a week. Then you can start to see and manage your time a bit better. Second part of this, take regular breaks. Now, being productive with your time and then not being productive with your time, basically, you know, taking regular breaks. Sounds a bit weird, but you can only work focused for a long period of time. So, you know, 90 minutes max. Me personally, I try and take 45 minutes of kind of a power 45 minutes. Then I get up and just look out the window or go and get myself a drink or something like that. Take a deep breath. 2-3 minutes. That's all I need. And then you're back for another 45 minutes or another 90 minutes. If you don't do that, what you'll start to notice is that after a couple of hours, you start to procrastinate. You're staring at the ceiling, or you're staring at a desk fan or something like that, and not actually getting anything done. So be productive with your time. Take regular breaks. That means that you can refocus yourself back at the task on hand and get focused and carry on, and you'll get more stuff done. Quit multitasking. Now, what I am doing right now is, perfect for this. So I need to focus on this video and doing this lesson and teaching for you. So what I have done, I have turned my mobile phone off. It is completely off. Nobody can interrupt me. I have turned my emails off, completely off. Everything is done. Now, I have a list of work that needs to be completed. I've completed all of that one by one before I have sat down to do this. So I know that I've got no distractions and I can just get the task done at hand. Now, what is great for this is writing a list. I write a list at the night before, and to get everything out of my mind. So if I didn't write a list, I'd be sitting there going, I need to do this tomorrow. I need to do that tomorrow. Will I remember? I don't know. So I write a list before I finish work of what I need to do the next day. So when I come in the next day, because I'm motivated, I'm just sitting at my desk, I'm ready to go. I open my list. I am ready. Let's go. I don't check any emails. I just focus and I get that work done. Once that work is done, then I get into my emails and I look to make sure that I can carry on the day, but I get my workload done first, one by one. I don't multitask. Take advantage of your commute to work. Now, currently stuck in the coronavirus, so my commute to work is about 3.5 meters from my bedroom to my daughter's playroom, which we have set up an office for a bit so I can carry on. So there's not much that we can do there. But, you know, what I used to do when I worked from home is I used to get up and I used to walk to the shop to get myself a paper. Now, I used to it felt like walking to work. I'd go to a shop and I'd come back with a drink and I'd sit down and then I would do the same. I wouldn't read the paper until the afternoon, but I'd sit down and I would crack on. Take advantage of that time to take some fresh air, to think, listen to some podcasts. Even if you're getting on the train, go through your emails at that point. And get ready and prepared and psyched up for that journey. And so when you get to work, you are as productive as possible. So, bit of a task. Mentioned this earlier. Now, stop what we're doing and kind of write down exactly this. For 1 week, write down everything that you are doing. The time beginning, the time spent, and the time ending. At the end of the week, write down, go through with a highlighter of anything that was not productive and calculate that time of the things that you were doing that was not productive. You will be able to see a chain of events. I promise you this, hand on my heart, I promise. You will start to see a chain of events that you go, well, if I cut that out, that's another hour a week I've got. If I cut that out, I've got this extra time. If I cut that out, I've got this extra time. Simple things like you might see that you're going out and you're taking an hour and a half for lunch every single day. So making yourself lunch and bringing it into work, instead of an hour and a half, you're spending 10 minutes. So you're going to get so much more production time out of your day. Now, you might feel that you're texting your partner, 30, 40 times a day just to keep in touch, but a 10-minute phone call at lunchtime is going to completely transform that and make sure that you have going to get the most production there. So make sure you do this. I promise you this is really going to change your life. Write down everything you do, the time being spent, and then highlight everything that is not productive and work out. I promise you, it completely changes everything. The next element, manage your workload. Now, I am most probably the worst person for this because I try to do absolutely everything. I'm a bit of a control freak, but luckily I've got people around me that say, Chris, you've taken too much on. Let's try and minimize that and kind of optimize the time. Going back to having good people around you, my business partner, Joe, is brilliant at that. In fact, we had that conversation this morning and he's taken loads of work off me, passed it around the team, and it's brilliant. So manage your workload. Stay on track to what you need, okay? Now, utilize the technology and things that you've got around you and make simple changes. So write down absolutely everything that you need to do in the next few days and delegate. Create timetables. Make sure that the work is planned out accordingly and you're not doing everything yourself. Now, if you are a one-man band, if you're working on your own, you still need to do this. Write down, earlier in the mindset course, we talked about knowing your strengths. Now, manage your workload and know your strengths as well, because there's going to be things that you can't do. I can't do HR. I am rubbish at HR. I am a good motivator, but I'm rubbish on the management side of things, as in kind of the HR, kind of the professional management side. So I don't do that. I don't do the finances. I look after the sales and marketing because that is what I am good at. So if you're a one-man band and you're trying to manage your workload and you're trying to manage everything, find outsourced partners. Get an accountant, get a marketing, agency, find yourself a business coach, find somebody that understands what you're going through and release your workload to them, or even find somebody that you can have a discussion with about this. Obviously, we offer that as a service. So if you want to get in touch and speak to us, that is great. Please do feel free to be able to do that. Now, going on to managing your workload, you need some software to be able to help you. So we've used quite a few different platforms in the past, me professionally. So the few different things that I've used, Salesforce, I've used HubSpot, and plenty of different CRM systems. And that's, if you're looking at a CRM system, have a look at the sales course that we offer. It's absolutely brilliant. We go really deep into CRM systems. Now, the one that we're using at the moment, and I'm very, very happy with, in fact, I think it's brilliant, it's called Monday.com. So Monday.com is basically a calendar where I can lay out all the work that we have to do, and we delegate that through the team, and we set that on certain days so we know exactly what is going on every single day, and we can manage the workload. It is absolutely superb. There are other platforms, HubSpot as well. You can use HubSpot to do the same kind of thing. HubSpot is free, but it is not as good as Monday.com. So, you can, feel free to do that. Get yourself a CRM system, plan out your day, make sure everything is planned out, and that will really help your awareness and help you focus. So that is all for this part of the mindset course. So just as a kind of overcap, so the first one is to make sure that all of your team, and your team is not just people you pay, it is people around you, it's your kids, it's your partners, it's your family, it's your parents, it's your friends, it's absolutely everything. Make sure that they're all aware of your business goals and you're all pulling in the right direction. Okay. Treat everybody with respect. Treat everybody how you want to be treated, and they will in return treat you with the same respect and the same awareness, and make sure that you have time to get focused. Use your time wisely. Make sure that you plan and you execute one by one. Don't multitask, just do one thing at a time and get those things done. And finally, use a platform such as Monday.com or HubSpot or Salesforce or something like that to be able to plan out your workload on that. As a task, make sure that you write down absolutely everything that you need, everything that you do, and put a timescale against that. And then at the end of the week, just highlight those times that have not been productive, and you'll be able to see what time you have wasted and what you can do. Now, to talk to us about mindset coaching, or if you're looking for anything else, any help, then please do get in contact, team@hcmediagroup.co.uk. Now, again, if you need any help whatsoever, that could be you want to find a HR partner. We have got HR partners that we can pass you to, marketing partners, sales partners, whatever it is, whatever you need to do to manage your workload effectively. Create a discussion with us. Let's get in touch, and then you can focus more on that. So again, that email address is team@hcmediagroup.co.uk. Thank you for your time on this lesson. I'll be seeing you in the next one. I'm just going to go and get myself a drink and get myself focused and my mindset right, and then we will be with you with the next course. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.